Hello to you all. I'd like to discuss today working on HaMoed. HaMoed is the days between the first days of the holiday of Sukkot and the last days of the holiday of Sukkot. These are half a holiday and half not like a holiday. According to the opinion of the Mishnah Brura, and the Kaf HaChaim too, during this time of HaMoed, to do any melachot, of all the melachot that we don't do on any other Yom Tov, is an Isur D'Oraisa. It's an Osur from the Torah to do any melachot. But there are exceptions. Because that's the halakha, we have to understand the seriousness of these days of HaMoed. Really, it should be that there's no melacha done, but there are exceptions to that rule. The exceptions are a lot, and they would include if you need to do any melacha that's connected to a trip, to a hike, to camping, to going out to visit someone or to visit places. That would mean driving your car, filling up petrol, getting things ready, preparing whatever you need to prepare for the trip. All those things would be allowed on HaMoed because it's a trip that's for the holiday. The main thing also that is always permitted during these days of HaMoed is what's called a davar ha'aved. A davar ha'aved means something that if you don't do it now, you're going to miss it out. That would mean, as far as buying something is concerned, let's say there was a special sale going on HaMoed. Now's the only opportunity to buy that thing you've always been wanting to buy at a special cut down price. If you don't buy it now, you're going to lose it. That would be a reason why you'd be allowed to go out and buy that thing during HaMoed. If you have an opportunity if you can save your business or yourself from financial loss by working, you'd be allowed to work. There's a question as to whether you'd be allowed, whether meniat revach is considered as a loss. That means if we stop you from earning money, is that considered as if you're losing money? If it is, then you'd be able to go to work normally if you have a salaried job during HaMoed. If it's not, then it's going to be a loss for you. You won't have enough money to support yourself if you don't go to work. Then you would be able to. You shouldn't go to work during the days of HaMoed. If you've got your own business and it's something you can't do, you can't close your business for those days, then that would also be considered as a davar ha'aved, something that you're going to lose if you do it. You might lose your business. You might lose out customers who will stop coming to you. That would be considered as a davar ha'aved. The definition of a davar ha'aved, as I said, is something that if you don't work now, you're going to lose it. You're going to miss the opportunity. So in any case, we're going to have to discuss every particular case to see if it's considered really as a davar ha'aved or not as a davar ha'aved. Any non-professional work you're able to do during HaMoed. If you're just screwing something in, something that any person does. You don't need a professional person to do it. That also you'd be able to do during HaMoed. Anything that's connected to food, to cooking, you're allowed to do whatever you like as far as preparing food is concerned. You shouldn't be planning work for the Moed. You shouldn't be planning things that you're going to have to work to do during HaMoed. And of course, anything that's needed for the community during HaMoed. If you're the owner of the local grocery store, then people need you to be open for a few hours during HaMoed so they can get the necessary supplies that they need. So you have an important job to the community. Someone who has a business like that is allowed to open their business during HaMoed and maybe even have an obligation to do it in order to serve the community, even if it's just for a few hours a day. People that don't have that need, that can close their shops, then certainly it's the best thing to do if you can and enjoy the holiday which Hashem gave us, these holidays, for us to spiritually raise ourselves, and it's a shame to miss out on the chance. Things that need fixing, you're allowed to fix during the holiday, as I said again, let me just emphasize it. Anything that is a davar ha'aved, anything that you're going to lose out if you don't do it now, then you'd be allowed to do it on Yom Tov. And as far as if it's going to prevent you from earning, there are different opinions, and every case has to be examined on its own merits. Thank you.